Hello, everybody. My name is Luis. I came to the United States when I was 19 years old. I took English classes at the adult school for a year, but then I quit. I stopped because I was working and working. I didn't think about English. All I thought about was money. I had two jobs. I was a dishwasher, and the pay was $9 an hour. And I was a janitor, and the pay was $10 an hour. I remember the day that I decided to go back to school. I was so tired. I was working 50 hours a week, and then I decided, if I speak more English, I can make more money. If I learn more English, I can work only one job. This semester, I am taking my second ESL class at Cañada College. Because I have learned more English, I have a new position. I am a buzzer. I still have two jobs, but I only work 40 hours a week, and I make $18 an hour. I hope that soon I will be a waiter. Then I will quit one of my jobs. Before, when a customer asks me something, I will say, let me check, let me check. I felt scared. Now I can answer, and I'm not afraid. When I go to the hospital or the store, I feel confident. When I heard about this scholarship, I was surprised. I thought, these people have a big heart because they help people they don't know. It makes me work harder because you believe in me. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lalima. I came to this country from Nepal in 2015. I came with my husband. My husband was worked for technology company. He opposed to the Maoist. One night, he didn't come home. He ran away because they wanted to kill him. Only the reason he is alive today because he escaped to the United States. I left my country with my husband, but my son is still in my country. He's 15. I talk to him every day. I'm an upward scholarly student. I want to tell you about my laptop. Because laptop has helped me so much. Before I had a laptop, I had to go to Canada to use the computer for my evening classes. But then I started my working every day. So I didn't have time to do that. 6 months ago, I got a laptop from Upward Scholars. 4 days in a week, I work till 5:30, and I go to Canada College. After my evening classes, I drive home. I get home about 10. I do my homework between 10 to midnight. I also bring my laptop to work. I'm a nanny. I can do homework at my job when the baby sleeps. Now, I can't imagine how I survived when I didn't have a laptop. And I want to tell you one more thing about Upward Scholars. They encouraged me every time. They tell me, you can do it, you can do it. They tell me, age are not important. What is important is that what you learn and get advantage of the opportunities of here. Thank you, Upward Scholar. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you.
Hi. My name is Bertha, and I am from Mexico. I started working when I was 8 years old. I work in a place that made tortillas. I was a good worker. When I was 13, I was the manager. All the money I made, I gave it to my mom. But my mom said, you don't have to give me all your money. But I said, no, you are working a lot. I need to give you all to you. I stopped going to school when I finished 6th grade because my mom couldn't afford the books, the tuition, and uniform. And you know what? I am in college right now. I just jumped from 6th grade to college, and I can't believe I did it. First, I went to Sequoia Adult School. Then I went to Cañada College and studied ESL. Then last year, I started taking college level classes. I want to get a certificate in human services. I have a tutor from our scholar for 2 years. My tutor Sandy is here today. I want to say thank you to her because she motivates me. She encouraged me to work harder. Thank you. My mom passed away 2 years ago. I didn't see her since I left my country. I didn't know when I left it was the last hug. I used to do everything because I want my mom to be proud of me. Now, I feel an empty space, but I fill it out with my kids. I want to show them that studying is important. If they study, they can get a good job and not suffer like I did. Before, when my son was in preschool, the school sent me reports, but I couldn't read them. That was just 3 years ago. Now, when they send me reports, I understand everything. Sometimes my son sits next to me when I do my homework. This semester, I am taking American politics, and we are studying Lincoln. One day, my son saw Lincoln's picture, and he said, that was the president of the United States a long time ago. So we are learning together. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Maria Gloria. I am from Mexico, and I am a master teacher at Redwood Child Development Center. I love being a teacher. I love learning about how children learn. But it has taken me a long time to get to this place. I started working at the Child Development Center in September 2007. After I had worked there a few months, my supervisor gave me some news. She told me that I need to take early childhood education classes and get a credential from the state. If I didn't do that, I could keep my job. First, I took early childhood development classes in Spanish. When I finish those classes, I need to take classes in English, but I didn't speak English. I had two choices: learn English or go back to being a house cleaner. I think you know the decision I made. The classes were difficult. I fell on one of my English classes, but I didn't quit. I took the class again. Outward Scholar found me a tutor, Barbara, and she helped me pass the class. Barbara is very important to me. Also, Barbara is here today. Now, I write child observations in English. I plan lessons in English. I do parent-teacher conferences in Spanish or English, wherever the parents want. My rent is $3,000 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment. Before, my husband, son, and I lived alone. Now, another family lives with us. That is the only way we can pay the rent. My books are very expensive, but when I go to the bookstore to buy my books, I'm not scared. I know that Outward Scholar will pay for them. Outward Scholar and Cañada College made it possible for me to keep my job and become a master teacher. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Silvia. This is my daughter, Angie. I would like to tell you a little bit about me. My mom came to the United States when I was 7, leaving me and my sister behind. Those were very hard years, 7 to be exact. After she left, no one was there to help me study or to see how I was doing in school. All I hear is that I wasn't good enough. When I finally came to the United States to be with my mom, I was 14. I only went to high school for a few months because I was so scared. After hearing that I wasn't good at school, I just didn't want to be there, and I quit. Soon, I realized that I didn't want to be working in a fast food restaurant for the rest of my life. So I went back to school. After finishing my ESL classes, I started taking medical assistant classes. I worked from 11 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. My classes started 8:30 to 12. After school, I took a nap, pick up my daughter from school, do homework, and then go back to work again. Soon, now, I think, oh my God, how did I do that? I graduated in December. Now, I am an optometrist assistant. Before I had this job, the only thing I knew about the field is that we have 2 eyes. Now, I do 6 different optometrist tests for the doctors. I feel so proud that I can do this job. Upward Scholar pay for my books. They give me a laptop, and they advise me in my career. I always knew that they believe in me, and that helped me believe in myself. But I'm not stopping. I'm going to university. I want to be a nurse. I always tell my daughter, I want you to see me there so you know that you can do it too. Thank you.
That was just beyond amazing, wasn't it? Right on, so it's my time to share with you my story. Are you guys ready? Yes. Great, because I'm the last one. I came from Mexico when I was 18. I was working 2 jobs since I needed to have enough money for rent, family, my own food, stuff like that. I wanted to learn English and become someone. However, I couldn't leave one of my jobs and then just go to school full time. So I ended up keeping both the jobs and enroll like at a college part-time as an ESL student. It was really hard to keep up with two jobs. My first job started at 5:30 Monday to Friday. I would have class between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. 2 days a week. Right after class, I would go back to my morning job until 2 p.m. Then I had another job, or the second job, that would start at 2:30 p.m. and would end at 1:30 a.m. Monday to Thursday. It was really hard. I would do homework, I would sleep between breaks or any really free time I had. It wasn't easy. I would work on Saturdays to get paid overtime, and then on Sundays, I would sleep and study. That was it. I have to, like I said, it was really hard to stay awake, and especially during classes, but I never thought of quitting school and never did. I think that it was during my third year at Kenyatta when I found about Upward Scholars. They helped me pay for my school expenses, and I was finally able to leave one of my morning jobs. And then I became a full-time student. When I was told Upward Scholars would pay for some of my expenses, I knew that it would be a lot easier for me to plan for the future as a student. And then I had time not only to take ESL classes, but to take math classes as well, and especially because I wanted to do engineering in a way. So my first class at Kenyatta was pre-algebra, which means that I was learning how to add, multiply, and divide. Super basic stuff. And then I ended up taking calculus 1, 2, 3, all the upper level math classes that they have at Kenyatta until I ran out. Then I was able to transfer to Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo. Thank you. So I just started ESL classes at Kenyatta back in 2007. I'm sorry, I started taking ESL classes at Sequoia Adults back in January of 2007. And then I was able to transfer to Kenyatta in June of the same year. And then I was able to transfer to Cal Poly in September of 2015, and I graduated from Cal Poly in 2017, December of 2017. Just a few, yeah. So just a few months ago, really. So if you do the math right, if you ever took pre-algebra, so that means that I spent almost 11 years just from trying to learn English, go through ESL and basically basic math to graduate from with an engineering degree at Poly. And so now I have joined Oracle in their sales capacity. Thank you.